Right, just a little recap. Friday, got called to go down to RAF Tilstock, just past Whitchurch and that. So tonight we visited there, Julie, Steve and John. So we done a sweep around the outside of the grounds and the woods and the base. Before I left, put a name of Jimmy, and the gentleman was also known as James. So I put the first two names on a sticky piece of paper, put that inside the envelope, sealed it, and went down there tonight. And that's the gentleman that I've been down there to help. So So just doing a recap that everything tied in tonight from what I was given yesterday about 3 o'clock, 3:30 when I got home. So that was a spot on night. I've asked this gentleman known as James to wait for me until tomorrow here. So he's followed me home now. So I'll help him recover and move on from the time lapse and the era that he's just recurring and going over. So very interesting night. Hello Shelley, well done to people that tuned in tonight as well. It did keep dropping out because we're on a raw location. We're on in the middle of the woods, so it is going to dip in places, the signal and all that as well. So again, well done to Jennifer and Rachel that's tuned in tonight, and all the other folks as well, and thanks for the feedback. Well done to John, Steve-O and Julie as well. But again, the two main people we were drawn to was at the back of the RAF field. Again, there's a lot of changes going on in that area as well, but certainly found out that it was worthwhile the trip and everything tied in as well. So about 40-minute trip from here, but everything tied in, got everything, no problem, Shell. Everything tied in when we got down there, and that's what it's about. When spirits call you, sometimes it's just nice to go, and that's what I do. Again, it is raw. It is what it is. It's off the cuff. It's trying to introduce you into being part of the evening, seeing what you see, take your snapshots of the screen as well, any energy changes. Didn't have much off the SPL11 box. That was quite quiet tonight, but other pieces of equipment did help us, like the red light as well. So I brought the fella through, the gentleman changed me features as well, so you could see that as well. There was amazing energies there. Shell, evening Linda. So anyway, it looks like you're coming up to the witching hour, everybody that's still in and around us as well. But it's just great how names tie in and the spirits just communicate with us. I mean, I'm must be 30-40 mile from that location, and I was being called yesterday. I think the last time we went there was possibly, I feel it was a year last September, last October, but I felt the timing was right for the energies of the year, the middle of the summer, a lot of activities, a lot of storage space there at the RAF base and the ammunition place. So I just thought it was the right time to get down there and have another little look around, but everything tied in. Everything that we picked up on was spot on, and we did pick up on, hi Mark, hope you're well young man, did pick up on the one Polish lad's name as well, because that was like a holding place after the war. Again, what I'll do is I'll put some pictures up of the base that we went to tonight, the RAF base, and some people can see the lie of the land and just have a little re-look on the videos that I've put up tonight, and you'll see it how from the start to the ending of it, it all ties in. Even when we was going round, how was just drawn to the letter J all night, which was amazing. Yeah, work again. Oh, rather do you than me. I mean, I say I don't like doing a night shift, but most of the time, a Friday or a Saturday night, we're up till all hours. I didn't pick up on an Edward shell, but we'll see what comes around in the next day or two. Usually we'll get a little bit more information as well as we're tapering off away from the invest. So, but it was certainly a great night, and excuse me, thinking about the what ways that you'd like things to work as well, because that was a really raw location, you know, out in the middle of the woods, carrying equipment. You've got a bag, you've got your tripods, you've got to switch off your data and then transfer it over to your iPad, so you've got a lot of stuff going on as well as you're going around doing the invest as well. So when we get a fixed location and we go into rooms, what we're going to ask you is we'll do a walk around of the place, the next location that we end up going to, and we'll ask what way you're drawn to, what room you want to go in, and stuff like that as well. So we'll start picking your brains and getting you really working as well. So again, it was just a busy place there. It was a bit area, it was a bit in like the, what was the name, like the bunkers and the little sheltered rooms and that. It was quite heavy, quite suppressive in there tonight, and I think you could feel certain changes going around the woods and the forest there tonight, that when you was going around the RAF base, as soon as you got onto like the airstrip and the airfield, I could just see it smooth and just pure, like a bowling green basically is how I could see it. And there was like, I was just looking for huts, and on the way round on the skirmishes and that, there was like mounds there that just didn't tie in for me, and I was just on the old airfield part, and I was after more visual spiritually. That didn't come through, but that'll come through later on as well as I unwind. I'll be giving more stuff as well of people I've gone in and around via spirits and that as well. So as I'm unwinding and switching off later on, it's going to be about another hour before I unwind, so it'll just tie in with I'll be giving more information from my team as I unwind, that yeah, that's that person you walked past, and this was this area, and that was going on in that section as well. So again, it's all about bringing the public into place as well, and bringing news into the events, and really enjoying them as well, because just one piece of information is just amazing. First part of the night I was picking up on really left hand cheekbone, really injury, and then that come through right on the last video. That all come out there, that person was following us around basically, and that was one of the injured gentlemen from the airfield. Big Steve-O was saying that there has been a plane came down and crash landed there, that the engines had cut out, but I could sense a hose pipe as well, refueling, and I could feel the flames, but I could also feel blistered skin, and that's how I felt that I was drawn up here as well. Yeah, a knock and an impact there, but also flake skin as well. I could feel the flash, that is the word I was after. We'll watch the full video tomorrow. Yeah, cool, Shell. There's about 6 there, but from the time and the period, you'll hear Julie say things, you'll hear me say things, and all that tied in when we had the little recap of the car before we left as well. Right, I'm going to get off because I am shattered now. I had Alison, how's things? So I've had people tuning in tonight. Jennifer, she tunes in from Canada quite often, and Rachel, she done well. I've never met her before, and she tunes in from Liverpool. So again, we have a vast range of people tuning in from different places. Again, Shelley's there she's from sunny Talacha. No, I mean real. So our shell is from Telly Welly Wales, as I always say. So, right, Marco, don't work too hard. I'm going to sign off now. Please watch the 5 or 6 videos. I've shared them. I'm going to share them on other pages that I've got as well. Yeah, tired as me, yeah. No, well, it is. I'm starting to dip now. It's because I've just... Oh, excuse me. It's just coming down. So I'm going to go upstairs, I'll unwind, but I'll go through a few things. I'll have a look at some pictures on there, because that's, again, you know, I'm not one for... Hi, John. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for your help. Again, really enjoyed that. Can't do it without you guys, you know that. So as I unwind, I'm going to have a look for some pictures. John there, as I'm walking around, I'm asking certain questions. John will have a little look over the next few days of certain dates around about this period. I don't know if we're the 9th or the 10th of June now, but there's something quite specific around about this weekend, and John's going to have a little look through the history books, and he's going to do a little bit of research and see if we can tie in with, to me, any reconnaissance that was done of stores and stocks that was supplied that needed to be shifted for the bigger operation that could have been on the south coast. And yeah, we've had D-Day, but again, I just feel that I'm drawn to this weekend that we're just going through, about the 9th and 10th of June. I think the dates we got was 42 was the first period I got, 1942, then jumped to 1944, 45, and I think Jennifer gave 46. So I think the main periods of me are going to be between 44 and 46 that John's going to have a little look at now as well. So he'll do that over the next few days. And we've had gunfire again all night, as again we're by a airfield. At some point I was trying to dispel the noise with the gunshots of if it's the automatic birds coming in, and it makes the clapping sound, which might sound in the distance like a gunshot. But what I've tried to do is we've tried to debunk as much as we can all the way around. And I could hear talking, I could hear people whispering, I could hear people shouting and screaming down my ear right towards the end as well. But again, being watched when we went for a break, and the first interval, it was like, don't come back on the land, don't come back on the land, and that's all we kept being told by the regimented people there that was watching us as well in spirit. So again, hi Rachel, I'll leave this video on, you can have a little look back. Thanks for your help tonight, great for tuning in. I've done a little bit of recap as well. Also the name I put in the envelope was Jim and Jimmy, which I was given tonight as well, which also tied in from stuff that Lottie was seeing from pictures as well. I could see the person with the hair, you could see the person with the bald hair. Tried to transfigure him. I think the other character is the one with the blonder hair, like off yet mousy, you know, when it changes in the summer, goes a bit yellowy, the blonde, but there's definitely a character there of that stature. So again, I'm going to switch off in a minute. I'm going to go and unwind, but we've had some good fun, and that's what it's about. If you're interacting, and what I was saying, we want you interacting with this, and when we go to a location where we can set the cameras up and we can put all the equipment round, I'll be saying to use, take me off to which room, or take me where you're drawn to again. So we'll do a little 5 or 10 minute period of what rooms that you're drawn into and what you're seeing and sensing and picking up there as well. So I'll be looking forward to doing that, and that's what I'm looking at setting up as well for you as well. All right, Rachel. Hello, Janice, Ian. Hope you're fine. So I'm going to sign off here. I'll leave this all up. I'm done now. Oh, excuse me. So again, have a nice Sunday. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I think I'm going out for a walk somewhere tomorrow, just get a bit of fresh air. I'll speak to you later, guys.